Hello everyone, the Brave Gamer here. I just want to do a rant about how I feel about Call of Duty nowadays, and also how I think this is the worst state Call of Duty has ever been in before. It is absolutely unbelievable how bland and stale Call of Duty is, and just in how much of a terrible state it is in right now. It is so bad that I cannot put into words just in how bad of a state it is. To put into perspective, the last decent Call of Duty we had was NW19. And I say decent. I mean, NW19 was not a bad Call of Duty by any means. I mean, there's a reason why I still somewhat play it to this very day. However, the problem with the NW19 is that the respawn for it was not good. I'm sorry, I don't care what you guys say. Respawn for NW19 just wasn't that good. Especially for TDM is just not that good in this game. And Shoot House as well, Shoot the Ship literally felt like a CDL tournament every single match that you played in. And I had to play that shit in order to grab my camos out. I had to play Shoot the Ship to get platinum for both my ARs and my SMGs, as well as Obsidian for 4 or 5 of my guns, however many guns I have Obsidian in this game. It's just that, the only thing, not the only thing, but the one thing NW19 did really good on was Search and Destroy, in my opinion. I think Search and Destroy was done really well at NW19. It could have been a little bit better. The way it could have been better was they could have made Dead Silence a perk, or they could have made Footsteps a lot more quieter, or they could have maybe nerfed some of the guns. Like they could have nerfed the M4, or the AS Val, or the Uzi, or the AMAX, or the 725, or all those guns. There was room for improvement for sure, but overall, NW19 S&D is a very solid Search and Destroy experience, in my opinion. And to see Call of Duty now fall so hard just makes me so upset, because the last decent Search and Destroy experience we received was MW19. And the games that came out after NW19 are just absolutely atrocious. Vanguard came out after NW19, and Vanguard is by far the worst Call of Duty ever made. You cannot change my mind about that. Vanguard is the worst Call of Duty ever made. The multiplayer is ass, the campaign is ass, and the zombies is the worst zombies experience I've ever witnessed in my life. It is actually gobsmacking how fucking bad Vanguard is. It is the worst Call of Duty ever made in series. I do not care. I would say NW2 is also the second worst Call of Duty series, and following closely behind, I would say probably BO4. Someone else could probably change my mind about that, but I think BO4, in my opinion, is the third worst Call of Duty out there. And it does not help that after NW19, we had Vanguard. Everyone fucking hated Vanguard. And then after Vanguard, NW2 came out, and everyone fucking hates NW2 as well. People do not like NW2. And I think there's multiple reasons why people do not like NW2. The maps suck ass. The maps aren't any better than NW19 maps, and if anything, NW19 maps are better than NW22 maps. I don't know how they managed to do that. The kill streaks are just as bad, if not worse, than NW19. And the perk system is the worst perk system I have ever seen in my life in Call of Duty. Chargeable perks in game. Who the fuck thought of this? Seriously, who thought of this? And who thought about making Ghost an ultimate perk? What? Ghost should not be an ultimate perk. At the very most, it should be a bonus perk or a tier 2 perk. The fact that it's a bonus perk is so dumb, because the charge time, or sorry, the fact that it's not a bonus perk is so dumb. It's an ultimate perk. And the fact that ultimate perks take forever to charge makes Ghost just not that good in the game. It also makes UAVs really strong. The only decent kill streak in NW22 is the UAV, because if you're on round 3 or round 4 or less on Search and Destroy NW22, you call in a UAV and literally everyone shows up on the map, and there's literally nothing the enemy team can do about it because their Ghost isn't fully charged up yet. Chargeable perks is so dumb. They should have just kept it like an NW19 or literally every other Call of Duty out there, to where you can select whatever perk you want and you can have those perks throughout the whole entirety of the match. Or if you want to, change your perks mid-game to suit your needs or your circumstances if needed for mid-game. That's what they should have kept it as, and they did not do that. It's just, the perk system is bad. The perk system is bad. The maps are absolutely terrible. Footsteps are still loud as fuck, even though they tried nerfing them, they still didn't nerf them enough. They nerfed their ADS and sprint to fire speed when you jump around the corner. They brought Final Stand back. The last time we had Final Stand was back in Modern Warfare 3 in 2011. Most other motherfuckers who play Call of Duty nowadays weren't even fucking born in 2011. It's just like, what are we doing? Why are we nerfing jump shotting? Why are we bringing back Final Stand? Why is EOD bugging out to where it doesn't work? Why is Battle Hardened dog shit? These perks were supposed to be fixed at the beginning of the game, but they fucking weren't. Why is AK-74U still the top gun in the game after 3 months in the life cycle? Like, what are we doing here? I don't even play the game, but I know how bad NW22 is. It is in such a horrible state. It is actually terrible. Why are marksman rifles overpowered again? Literally, marksman rifles is the best class you can run in this game because you can sprint with them like they're an SMG. They have the fastest ADS and sprint to fire speed. The ADS penalty does not affect them because of how fast they sprint to fire and how fast the ADS. And they one-shot. Plus, you can run around with them like they're like a fucking SMG or a shotgun. It is so dumb. Besides the 74U, or the cast-off 74U, which is right now, as of right now, is the best full auto in the game, marksman rifles are the best guns in the game. It is so dumb. And also, marksman rifles, once again, don't have flinch. Why did it not have flinch? They ADS faster, they sprint to fire faster. They should have more flinch than the standard snipers in the game, but they fucking don't. It's just like, this game is horrible. 2 years in a row, we have received dog shit Call of Duties, Vanguard and NW22. Oh shit, Cold War. I totally forgot about Cold War. So after NW19, Cold War came out. Nobody likes Cold War. After Cold War came out, Vanguard came out. Everyone hated Vanguard even fucking more. Then NW22 came out, and people fucking hated NW22. 3 years in a row, we have received some of the worst fucking Call of Duties imaginable. Now, to be fair, Cold War is, I would say, not as bad as Vanguard or NW22. And the only reason why I say that is because Cold War actually has really good zombies, and it has a very decent and respectable campaign. And the multiplayer could have been better, but unfortunately, everyone hated the multiplayer because it got overrun by snipers and Marshall shotguns. Snipers were overpowered as fucking Cold War, and so were the Marshall shotguns. And people did not want to go against that shit whatsoever, so they decided to all go back to NW19. That's what happened. It's just 3 years in a row we have received not good Call of Duties. And people are so burned out. People do not know what to do. People are reverting back to older Call of Duties like NW19. It is in such a terrible and it's just such a horrible state to be in. And people are quitting Call of Duty because of that. iMarksman recently just made a video not too long ago talking about the numbers for Call of Duty and how like the Steam counts for people logging on into NW2 are dropping drastically. And I'll put up a screenshot of that shit up right now just so you guys can see how many players NW22 is losing already. The game's only been out for 3 going on 4 months, and the game is dying out already. And this game is supposed to last for 2 years. If that doesn't come to show how bad of a state Call of Duty is in, I don't know what does. This game is horrible. So many problems, so many issues. Many of these issues shouldn't even exist. There's so many things that they can do to try and improve on this Call of Duty, yet the developers aren't doing it. And by the way, from what I heard, Infinity Ward decided to pull off a Sledgehammer Games and go on vacation again. Not again, but like, They decided to pull off a Sledgehammer Games and decided to go on vacation at the very beginning of the game's life cycle, where, you know, it's totally not the most important part of where the game needs the most support. When a new Call of Duty releases, the one point where developers need to be hyper focused on is the very beginning of the game's life cycle, because that is going to help predict whether people stay or go. And many people are going and not coming back. And also, I just want to say, NW19, as much as I love the game is slowly succumbing to more and more cheaters, and also slowly succumbing to more and more TikTok YYers, who are, by the way, most of them are cheating. And it is so bad. Not only that, I have to carry dog shit teammates all the fucking time to a free win, or sometimes I don't win at all. More than half of my team leaves the game, and I'm stuck here trying to go up against TikTok YYers and impossible wallers and cheaters all the time, and people just spamming fucking Uzis and AMAXs and MP5s. And it's just, there's only so much of it that you can take in one day to where you gotta say, you know what? I can't play this right now. I'm taking a break. It's just, I don't see myself playing Call of Duty for another year. I don't. It is so horrible to see this game in the state that it is. It's so horrible to see this series in the state that it is right now. And it honestly makes me so sad. Cold War was a flop. Vanguard was a flop. And NW22 is a flop. The fact that we received some of the top 3 worst Call of Duties of all time in a span of only 2 years is very telling. Very fucking telling. And it is sad to see. My God, man. Now, here's the good news, right? At least for the people who follow my channel. I still have a lot of backup NW19 content that I can use. I still have a lot of videos that are to be made later on in the future for NW19. I say I got about maybe 5 to 10 more videos worth of content just saved up in my storage, ready to go. So you guys are still gonna get a bunch of NW19 content, but just be warned, you might not see very much more after I use all of it up. I don't know, man. I just do not know. I need to get myself into a new series. I want to get myself into new games. Like I want to get myself into the God of War series. I want to play God of War 2018, God of War Ragnarok when Ragnarok comes out for PC. That is. It's just like Call of Duty just isn't it anymore. Call of Duty it's bad. It's not good anymore. The only reason why I would see anyone wanting to play Call of Duty is either for the zombies or for the campaign. Now, I can see some people liking NW22 saying, oh, NW22 is a good game. I like the game. And some of those people, maybe all they play is a campaign and they don't care about the Spec Ops or the multiplayer. I can understand that. Like, if you just play Call of Duty just for its campaign, then I can see you liking NW22, because NW22, as bad as it is, actually had a really nice campaign to it. So there's that at least. It's going good for that at least. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know about all this. NW22 is in the worst state. Call of Duty series is in the worst state that I've ever seen in my life. Vanguard, Cold War, NW22, they're not it, man. They are not it. And Search and Destroy YouTubers are also fed up with it, as well as a bunch of other players as well. This might just be the death of Call of Duty for multiple people, including me. So that being said, everyone, thank you all for watching today's video rant. Hope you all are having a good day or a good night wherever you are. Take care of others, but most importantly, everyone, take care of yourselves. Until next time, I will see you all later, and I will most likely be making another video on NW19 soon. I'll probably be making a video on, I believe, the AK-74U. So stay tuned for that. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good one. And yes, I just bumped the fuck out of my mic there. I do apologize.